All right, so this is part 2 and 3 of the Happy Hips Mobilizer series. The first one that you're going to do is feet are going to be in a wide stance, toes turned out. Hands can be placed on the hips, or even better yet, just not really touching anything. And all you want to do is just gently bend forward, keeping a nice neutral spine, so the spine really shouldn't change in positioning a whole lot. It's really just practicing the bending motion. Up and down, nice and easy. Don't worry if one side feels like it bends more easily or goes further than the other side. The whole point of the series is to essentially even all of that out. So just let your body move how it needs to move. And then after you've done several repetitions of this, again, just making sure nice neutral spine, keep that chest open. All you're going to do is change the positioning to a narrow stance with the toes in. Same thing, bending forward, and then just coming back up to neutral. So it's basically like a good morning with a foot variation, and obviously no load. Good, just nice, slow and steady. Go with the speed that your body says is comfortable. Don't force anything. If it's early in the morning, just take your time, go through the movements. If it's a break between work, again, same thing, take your time, nice and subtle. And then the next thing that you're gonna do, cool because it's the same footprint, so go back to the wide toes out. It's gonna be a squat with a reach, and the hands are just gonna go to about knee height. So just squat and reach. Again, you pick the tempo, whatever feels good to you. Just kind of enjoy and feel the movement out. In several repetitions. Then, same footprint, come back to the turned in, narrow stance, turned in, squat and reach. Just know that this one, you're obviously not going to go as low in your squat or nearly as deep, okay? Because the knees are going to be coming together and you're going to be reaching straight out in front of you. It's going to be a much smaller range of motion, but it's going to kind of help open up the back side of the hips a little bit more. Okay, and then next we move on to, I've got to glance at the computer here. Next we move on to the split stance spear thrower. So you're going to have one foot in front of the other, and you're going to take and you're going to wrap around that front leg, and then you're going to step back and reach. So stepping forward and then reaching over with the opposite arm. Then both the leg that's forward and the arm that's forward reach back. So just really allowing that body to kind of fold up inside of that front leg and then stretching away. Same thing on the other side. Reach and fold over, and then reach and come back. Again, just kind of letting the leg just wrap together and really kind of driving that front leg back into the hip. And reach and come over, and reach and fold back. Feel free to really just spiral that arm in, rotate that thumb in and under, and then rotate that thumb up and away. Really working on the functional lines. Okay, and then you can do the same thing, but we're going to actually do a bilateral stance. So feet are going to go underneath the hips, and then you're going to reach over, nice alignment popping there, and then reach back. So really paying attention a lot to the rotation of the arm. Fold it in, let the thumb come down, let the hips just sink where they comfortably want to go, and then turn the other direction. Repeat on the other side. So very nice, simplistic movements. You'll notice on the one where you're not moving the foot so much, you're going to really feel a lot more in the upper body. That's perfectly fine. And again, just let the hips kind of sink and go wherever they need to go. Okay, and then next, let me just double check again, make sure I know all the extras. Okay, so ocean wave, feet hip distance apart or so, just bending at the knees and looking up. So it's probably a good one to see kind of from the side view. Back stays in a nice neutral position again. Just imagine like lifting the collarbones and sternum up. Just falling back, and if you're watching my hands, you're seeing how they're just kind of coming forward and then again supinating. So when you lean back, palms up. Yep, bending at the knees, letting the hips come forward. Just really stretching through the front of the body. Let the shoulder blades come together on the back. And last but not least, the big bow. Step one foot forward, hands come forward with you, relax the head all the way down, and then step back, hands come overhead. Foot forward, hands down, head relaxes. Step back, hands come up. And just repeat from side to side. Try and really feel a nice lengthening as you step forward, and then things just fall back into place gently as you step back. And so in all reality, you can very easily do this along with the video, but especially do it 2 times through. So if it's your morning mobilizing routine, go ahead and just do it 2 times through and it will have covered for the entire time. Enjoy.